Say hi to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. No one's there, but hello, YouTube. No, no one's there. They never are there. What the hell is that? I thought that was one of our children. I'm warm now.
Hello. Hello, Fennel. Okay, how are you?
Evening. Hello. No stuff. Hello. Well, yourself?
What?
Yourself? I'm well. I'm good. Trying to shift a cold still. It's very persistent cold. Won't budge.
Hey, little K.
Thanks for my watermelon.
Oh. Is there a line for readings yet? No.
No, I just got here. Costa Rica. Hello. Mamad. Extra tea. I haven't got any tea yet, silly. Well, I have in the kitchen, but I don't have tea right now. Upon my person. How are you all doing then? How's it going? Halfway through? Is it halfway through the week now? Is it Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. I lose track of the days. They all mesh in together. Go by like hours. Oh, thank you. We are. Hope you are as well. There are still spots. I literally just come on. So now is the best time if you would like a reading. They're $11.11. You can tip more, but that's purely generosity, and I thank you. But $11.11 for a reading. Tarot, Bones, or Ogham. You can tip via Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Please remember to leave your username so I know it's you, well, you know it's your reading. And a question. You don't have to be a question of specifics. General can do as well. All right. The Venmo, it's in the Cash App. It's in the link tree.
Also, if you could tip us friends and family,
Yeah,
that's appreciated.
that's appreciated if you can do that, because then the tax man can get it. Why should they get anything? They make us do all the bloody work, filling out forms that make no sense.
Hope all is well, brother.
It is, thank you. There's a cat on my foot. He loves to lay on my feet.
He does. Dude, my back hurts. I think I was just bending over those flower crowns too long.
I wonder what he was going to say then.
Oh, would you stop?
What?
Mm.
I have to do that before your arm comes on.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way early, eh?
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
This hat, I want to show you all this while you're here. You see this hat? This hat has been on many different forms of excavations and many travels everywhere with me. It's very old. You can see the color it used to originally be is much darker than it is now. It's been sun bleached. I love this hat. I'm very attached to it. I was always told it looks good. However, the only person who seems to disagree with that is my wife. My wife does not like this hat.
It has sweat stains.
That's not a sweat stain. That is the color that the band was covering. That was the original color when I first purchased the hat. And now the hat is much lighter. But it's a good hat. I like it. Well, I would do. I've had it for years and years and years.
Like Indiana
Your
Jones.
videos transmit peace and happiness. Oh, thank you very much. Nothing like Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones wasn't even an archaeologist.
That's what everyone in America says.
Thank you.
I'm like, oh, my husband used to do archaeology. Like Indiana Jones?
No.
Jesus Christ.
What did you do?
It's a printer.
Thank you. It's a nice hat. Thank you very much. You know what? I shall wear it then. For not too long though, because it's actually bloody hot in here.
I like it.
Now, shall we get on with it then? Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, let's get on with it.
Let's get on with it.
Oh, it's
Did
doing
you
weird
tell
things
them
to my
that
face.
you were on YouTube too?
Oh, you're in love with my hat. Thank you. We're on YouTube as well, by the way. So, you know, if you want to see me on a different platform, I'm there as well right now. Same live. So, you know, have at it. Green is the best color. You're right. My favorite color is purple, but I wear a ridiculous amount of green in my wardrobe. Don't I?
Mm-hmm.
I've always been drawn to it. Right. Lily. Hello, Lily, on YouTube. What I need to hear, General. Thanks. Let's do a bone reading. What? It's an archaeologist, but it's funny to say no, he's not. Indiana Jones was never an archaeologist. Fictionally speaking, he was. That's as far as it goes. Yeah. I never once saw that man dig a hole or trench or trowel anything. Or record anything. Now, I'll do it like this, and then you can see the board. Yeah. For the rest of you, you'll probably be able to have a better view of the board. But nevertheless, I mean, you can come closer if you wish. Don't worry about having the thing in. You're making it with you now. Okay. Let's stop. Just stop. Okay, I'm gonna. Most annoying. Look. There.
I hope you can see my like.
Okay, so what we have here is a complete absence of something that is missing in some degree about a recent challenge. There is an element of the past that seems to come around again. A pattern, it looks like to me, a pattern of behavior within the self. There is this in the way of choice, sacrifice, the path that may deviate. There is fear due to it. Here, this anxiety. There is some form of work or money to be had from this, though, this change, this sudden breaking of a pattern, to see that of opportunity. There is love. Oh, yes. Doubt of the security. Generally speaking, since you asked, there is a problem. Your trust will be tested. It is hard to trust when you may have been hurt in the past, yet that trust is a necessary lesson, a test for you. Swans.
Swans.
I hope that helps. What?
Swans. Swans.
What?
You said swans at the end.
Did I? Oh. I didn't realize I said that.
Swans. I was like, what? Maybe I just heard it. I was like, what?
Did I say swans out loud? I saw it. I didn't know if I said it out loud.
You can just leave yourself right there because we're still on YouTube now.
Oh, all right then. You have any tips for staying grounded. Sit with your back to a tree and breathe the way a tree would breathe. Very slowly, very deeply. That'll help you get you started at least. Now, where are we? Priscilla, what's the deal with this Aries man that is around me?
What's the deal?
What's the dealio, as they say? Yeah, we did it at the same time.
What's the dealio?
You owe me a Coke.
Hey.
That was fast. Right. There is levels of anxiety to the individual here when it comes to that which is committed, that in the way of grounding. Communication in this way, the prospect of opportunities to be opened up from communication, and yet a blockage of pain. This blockage halts that in the way of transformation of love. There is also this a fear. There is something to do with others as well. They are closed off in some form. There is this in the way of ego and control, and yet the control is not over the ego. The ego is in control over the self. Happiness. It is a thwarted endeavor. It is stunted almost in the way of this happiness until this person can deal with their own stuff, their own shit. This person carries baggage. Security. Yes, although there is security, that past mode of protection is making them miss out on too much. They run. They run while trying to defend their own sense of honor. Their quality is shown only in the convictions that they have for others, not themselves. They will move eventually. They will become more rounded. But not for a while. Got the weird light visuals. I hope that helps. Oh.
Ooh, thanks for all the little heart fingers.
Heart fingers, finger heart. Now, you're most welcome, Priscilla. M. Pesha, General Tarot. M. Pesha, General Tarot.
Totally can see that with him. I appreciate you guys so much. Oh, thanks, Priscilla.
You're most welcome. And thank you.
Oh no, I see yours, Tanya.
Thank you.
I got one for someone named Amy, but I'm not sure who, and it was on Venmo. I don't know who you are, Amy. Who are you?
This can't be real. You could say that about anything, couldn't you? It still happens, doesn't it? The Fool. The Seven of Cups is reversed. The Ace of Wands reversed. When it comes to bravery, Courage and the conviction to step out to take a chance. You are willing. Perhaps you have sat too long. Perhaps you know now nothing can be as infuriating as the wait. The Seven of Cups reversed is that in the way of desire, a journey that is taken, you may find a change in the goal. Hello, Ellie. Um, a change in the goal of what you want. That in the way of fraught with desires and obstacles, challenges. What seemed to be clear is no longer for you. Something has been turned on its head. We begin the journey, any journey, with a clear sense of what we know and what we do not, what is right, what is wrong, home behind, and the unknown laying ahead of us. We do not finish the journey in the same way. It does not change the path you may tread, but you will. The Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords taking up new forms of opportunity. The Seven of Swords. And yet, the Knight of Swords. It seems that by saying yes to the things that may come to you on the path set ahead of you, you will find that which you will run with. You will find that sits easily with you. What is it? I do not know. There is forms of art, dedication, and passion to it. To rectify something, to stop something from happening that has happened before. I would not know what that was, but it feels like protection. I hope that helps. Water.
Winsome Heart, are you Renata? Question mark.
You're most welcome.
I'm all out of whack.
I am out of whack also.
We get him whack. Did you know you have red string under your desk?
I did.
Oh, okay.
The cat was playing with it.
As long as you do.
Oh, I know. Is he still there? Oh, there he is. Hello. He's still there. No. Right, I got the job. Thank you. Oh, you're most welcome, Ocean Star Bunny. Oh, very good.
No?
What?
What's your first name, Winsome Heart? Because I thought you said you tipped, unless I'm confused.
Dragoch. Reading of your choice regarding potential job change. I think we'll stick with tarot card. Yes. Oh, yes. What is it? Is it not there any longer? That's very strange. Job change. Oh. The King of Stones, the wolf, the solitary creature, the longing of something. You're most welcome, thank you. The King of Stones, the wolf. This is that want, the desire of something, the mourning of something, the lament of that. The Four of Bows is a form of celebration. There are others That which may be solitary is no longer. Good, nice, tidy. But it is not what it appears. The Four of Vessels follows boredom, and the Page of Vessels reversed, the Otter. A job change, you say. What you think you may want, you will get, and yet it will sour quickly. However, the Nine of Stones reversed. Tradition. Tradition. There is something here that is completely different. Tradition reversed is that, after all. It is going against what is expected. The change of first is not good enough. It will fizzle, it won't fulfill in the same way. And yet there is something else. To take this, it will lead to something else. The otter is that. Reversed, it means that the stream, the finder of ways, as I call them, is halted. You would be halted. Break forms of tradition. Not tradition in the way that you perhaps, family and ancestral lineage, but tradition of what you would normally do. Tradition of what you may do in the way of playing something safe. It leads to something bigger for you, not just a job that changes place. Hope that helps. There's a lot of swans there. What's going on?
I found it.
Emotional grounding. General, please. There's one person on the YouTube. General, please. If you can call on my parents, Dan and Sheila, who have passed. My mother, my dear, my lover, my sweetheart. Why do you let these in? We don't do these on the lives.
Oh, it says general read.
Oh yes, it does. I completely skipped that bit. Sorry. You're most welcome.
Hi, Irene.
Now, yeah, I didn't read that bit. Sorry about that. Emotional grounding. You are completely right. All right. Okay. General. Are you doing free questions? Questions are completely free. Answers aren't. All right. Emotional grounding. Let's have a look. Oh. Oh. Right. Pain. Get it out the way early. It is not something in the way of a pain like the Three of Swords. This is the Ten of Swords. It is a pain that may weigh you down, may block you, and stop you from doing something. You know this. How do I explain it? It's like seeing a ghost of yourself ahead of what you have already done. Do you do it because you see that you will do it, or do you do it to follow suit? Do you just do it anyway because it's going to happen, because you've seen it? The point being here is that that which has happened and that which will and could happen are two very different things, and yet this, in the way of past pain, forms of trauma, still weigh very heavily. Sometimes there is this feeling here as though looking forward to seeing what would have been, what could have been. That is not your existence. It no longer belongs to you. It is merely punishment to do so, and it is not at all what we first perceive it would be like. This strength reversed and the page of wands together, a very neat summed up bundle, very to the point, as a matter of fact. Stop looking at this. Stop looking at the loss of something here. It weakens you. It weakens you, and there is still a journey ahead of you. Oh, yes. The Six of Swords. There are still forms of movement and change to come. The Emperor. You need your wits about you. You need to make hard, tough decisions for yourself. For yourself. The Knight of Cups reversed. You cannot be too sentimental on that of the past right now. Now you can be a bit selfish. You can be a little bit more ruthless. You need to be sometimes. I hope that helps. Oh, my nose.
My nose.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Win some heart, 57.
Win some hearts, 57. Every time I try and move forward on my spiritual walk, I feel like 1,000 different things pop up and hold me back. Am I doing something wrong? You're most welcome, emotional grounding. All right, win some hearts. No, you're not doing something wrong, apart from the only thing that you're doing is choosing to acknowledge them. I'll explain that better. Hello there. I often use the saying about smoking. There's never a good time to quit smoking. People usually try and do it on a Monday, but in truth, it doesn't matter. People say, I tried to give up smoking, but then this happened and this happened. It was just all too stressful. It's going to be that way anyway. Life is always going to give you these things. It's the same way on your spiritual walk, your spiritual path. There will always be distractions. There will never be a right time to be spirit. There will never be a right time to be within gnosis. You'll always have an itchy bum, or feel a tingle of a sneeze coming on, or a car will go past and give you a little fright, or a bird will squawk annoyingly, or something like this. There will always be distractions. It is how you react to those distractions which is more important. And the same when it comes to the such things that come up when you begin to walk the spiritual lines and the spiritual paths that are set before you. It doesn't mean that you should stop. It doesn't mean you should give up. It simply means that you recalibrate and begin again. That's all. It's like meditation. People hate meditation so much because they think that they're supposed to be a master at it. You're not. You're supposed to get distracted. You're supposed to get a little bit annoyed. And then you give yourself grace and you breathe and you do it again. It wouldn't be called a practice otherwise. There'd be no need. It is the same with the spiritual. All these things that may pop up to you, all these things that you may witness and see, you just see them more. because everything else is still. Allow them to pass. You'll catch them next time, like a bus. You've got nowhere to be. That's the important thing. When you're trying to achieve that level of gnosis, that plane of spiritual enlightenment, you've got nowhere you need to be. Time is irrelevant. Just breathe. Within that space you create for yourself, you are on no one's time. No one's. Allow yourself to relax and sit for as long as you see fit. That is what makes it sanctuary. Makes it different from anywhere else. I hope that helps. Oh, it's a very old can of Coke. You're most well. Robin Spicy.
Robin, you're so
4644.
spicy.
So spicy.
Are you spicy, or do you like to make food that's spicy? Do you like to eat food that's spicy?
I think that's a very personal question.
Robin will answer because Robin loves me.
Well, that doesn't mean that they have to answer. You don't feel entitled to
Robin will
answer
answer
that.
because Robin wants to answer.
They don't talk for them.
Hey, Ty the Moon.
Hello there, Ty the Moon person. See, look, they're not answering now. You've embarrassed
I've
them.
embarrassed Robin. No, Robin. Robin, no. Yeah. Has anybody else been just like riding the struggle bus for the last 2 months? It's
What's
like
that?
mid-February.
There are no buses. What are you talking about?
Struggle bus.
Oh, the struggle bus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what you said to be off.
Robin, I'm here. Sorry, I missed what happened. Why am I embarrassed?
It doesn't matter. Amanda wishes to know something that is none of her business.
Oh, well, you know.
That's
For
it.
you.
That's all.
I'm a nosy cow.
Not a cow.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, then.
I want to ask because you got upset.
I didn't get upset. Go and ask them.
Robin.
But they're curious now.
Robin.
I think that answers the question, to be
Wow.
honest.
Are you personally spicy? Do you like to make spicy food? Do you like to eat spicy food?
I think they're the same question, those two. So it's just a two. Is it spicy as in a kinky way or a food way? It's basically what she's trying to say.
Hey.
That's it. My cat's on the floor because it's hot in here.
A podcast episode of Connecting with Your Skies. I have the spice. See? I have spice and like spicy food.
Here we are. You feel satisfied now? Good.
I think we have a podcast episode about talking about spirit guides, but maybe not deities.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably. We've done a few podcasts now. Anyways, what is the thing I should be most focused on at this time in regards to my spiritual growth? The Ace of Wands. The Page of Wands. And the Tower. These three cards tell of a love that is not the same as it was once before within you. It is a change. Your spiritual growth has brought you to this point already. A love that was fierce, a love that is fierce within you. still has the same ferocity, yes, but there is no fear of it, for it belongs to you and it is for you. Self love. The next thing of this path is forgiveness. Forgiveness of the self comes with the tower. The Ace of Wands I showed you, the Page of Wands, is the beginning of this journey of love of the self. But the Tower is that which may be difficult. It is forgiveness, forgiveness of the self. How we love ourselves isn't always. Who doesn't know what MASH is? Even I know what MASH is, and I was in England. My grandmother used to watch it. Anyways, this how we love ourselves is not always conducive to us. You could eat a whole tub of ice cream because you love yourself, and yet you would feel sick. I know because I just did it.
Jesus Christ.
It was Halo Top. It was Halo Top, and they're very
Dairy-free Halo
small,
Top.
and they're mainly air. All right, dairy-free Halo Top. Okay, but it is an act of love, but it is this form of moderation. In the same way that the form of forgiveness must come in that way of moderation. First, forgive the small trespasses of the self against the self. Let it build. It is a hard one to do, but a most necessary and rewarding one. There are those moments deep within us that constantly relive when we least expect them to, when we least want them to, and yet they are there because we call them forth, truthfully. To forgive the self will eradicate them. There will be no need to revise such things. All about the blockages, each one a wall that we must break through and overcome in some form. That's all. I hope that helps. What was that?
A truck.
No, not that. The song. It kind of merged into two songs. Didn't you not hear that? Like that.
That's cool.
Peach pies and
pie.
what the hell is a peach pie?
What?
How do you put a peach in a pie?
Wow.
Is that like a crumble?
You guys can tell I don't go to the bakery.
What?
I don't.
You don't
no,
have
I
any
peach pies.
You don't have any bakeries around here.
Yeah. Well, the Jewel Bakery.
That's not a baker's, is it?
Well, they have peach pies. Well, probably not right now. They're not in season, but they may. You gotta go eat a peach pie, man. They're good.
Sorry.
How long is the line?
I know it has.
3.
It will get easier, especially when we learn to forgive.
Is peach pie not a thing anymore? I don't
No,
really like peaches that much.
we don't grow peaches. We like apricots.
Apricot pie?
No, you don't put it in a pie. That's weird. You put meat in a pie.
What book do you recommend for me to start my witchcraft journey? The Psychic Witch.
No, I mean, well, yes, any of those. To be completely honest with you, like whatever I recommend you to start your witch journey, you will read it, and especially if it's being your first book, you'll probably think it's grand, it's great, and as you progress, you will go back to that book and think that's shy, or you'll think, oh,
You truly
that's
do.
good, but in a different way now.
Like, you have to take bits and pieces out of every book, apparently.
Get it in there. Just break the seal. Just read the book. Because honestly, I shouldn't really be saying this, but 98%, 97% of all books on magic, they're all the same. Primarily, they're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is using it as a form of inspiration to create your own workings of magic. That's when it comes into your own. That's when you realize such things and you then begin to search for other answers that aren't in books because they are spoken specifically to you about how you do your craft. That is when you realize how much more potent it can be and how you can actually do such things, grand things, wonderful things, because they are not in books. They are very, very unique to the individual. I could tell you how I do it, you would not know. It would not work because it's not for you, it's not how you do it. Start with something that feels right for you, that appeals to you. Does not matter. I'm not going to tell you this is wrong and that's right. It's not my place. I am not you. However, my wife is right. Psychic Witch is a damn good book. Partly because it helps with the crossover of that of spirituality, spiritualism, and witchcraft. The two have been kind of separate for a while, and together they are actually two sides of the same coin that must be placed within each other again. Psychic uh, energy, manipulation of psychic energy is a big thing in witchcraft, one that people don't often talk about enough. So that would be a good place to start, however.
Or you could read Elwynn's book whenever he decides to write it and publish it. One day, it's just been a year and a half.
It hasn't been a year and a half, it's been 15 damn years. I want to write it. I do. I just don't know where to begin. Right. I mean, I have begun,
Once
but
upon a time,
that's what about
there
me.
was a witch. Yes.
There was a little boy, and the Romans invaded. So he fled to the north and lived there for 500 years, and then he went over back down. After no, we're not going to do. Yes, write the damn book.
We
I'll
do,
try.
yeah. Paid mediumship readings.
Yes, I do.
There's a
Not
medium
on here.
connection on the website.
On the website, not on here. They are private things because I can't do it on here. I don't have enough time nor energy to do that and all the other little readings. Renata.
Renata, how have
Hello.
you been, Renata? Sorry, we dithered.
We did it. We did it. We did. Do I channel? Do I channel what? What do they mean? Oh, you mean spirit? I mean, yes. The writer's block. I'm alright once I get started, but once I stop, then it's terrible.
My
Oh,
first
that's alright. I
crush
didn't
was-
even feel it. It was a joke. Never mind.
You ready?
Yeah. Come on then.
All right. My tourist crush, his current girlfriend, found out about everything of this love triangle. She just called me nonstop, and I just said everything. Would that trigger her to leave him? If so, any timelines? And I want to know if his feelings for me are still there.
Oh,
Oh boy.
you lit a match and threw it in the barn of love.
Barn of love.
Shut up. Don't call me out on that. I didn't mean to say barn. I meant to say hay bale. Yes,
It
does, rather. I can imagine. The Fool! Those who dare may win. The Ace of Wands. Action. The Star. Purpose. Cutting to the source of something. The Tower. There is now going to be much in the way of change. What has happened now has set wheels in motion that will continue to do so for months to come. It is, however, necessary and was the only thing that could be done in this scenario. It is the best thing that you could have done, ultimately. You have forced the hand of another. However, there is one that stands to action to rectify something. There is another within the star who tries to keep some form of balance and harmony. The tower when lightning strikes a tree, it burns from the inside out. The same way as these two people. The damage is already done, even if they will not allow it to show on the surface. The tower is interminably waiting. The Knight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, a restriction that lifts. The Knight of Cups, confidence or confiding in someone. You will hear from this one again soon enough. Less anger next time, you may hear from them. More remorse. 6 months, 6 to 8 months. Yes. There will be huge changes. However, you will not exactly get what you want, but you won't not either, if that makes sense. Such things are difficult to have without any form of backlash. I hope that helps. Hello, Sigurvina. How are you doing? I heard your calls today. It's very impressive. I like the owl. Was it a screech owl? It was very good. I gotta put my hat back on because it's my hat. I can do what I want. Where are we? Merchant Woo, General Owen, if you've got him. Owen, if you've got him.
Home if you got him, home if you don't.
Yeah, it was terrible joke.
It was a pretty bad joke.
It was very bad joke. Very bad. Right. Okay. So I have these. I'll move this over to here. Move this down.
Oh, that's a little bit low for you too.
Oh, it is a bit low. Well, you're not going to see it much on YouTube, anyways. But Merchant Woo's on here anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, they're on TikTok.
Right. Okay. Oh, much to the unknown. Let's start from this and work our way out and down. Bowed slightly. Yes. Strife. Strife is forms of adversity. Now, adversity in this way, there are many different things it could be, but for instance, strength. Strife is blackthorn. It is that which is sent to change things forever. Nothing here will be the same again. It is this which coming to terms with that. Uh, what, what is hawthorn? This one, prophecy, truth, the confrontation, the realization of a truth. This over here I will not read. It is this in the way of loss. It has lying over it already enough of the way of courage, stability in chin, which is holly. The two factors I will turn this one and this one. They are both rather conducive with each other. Now, this one here is kut, that is the apple. Love and faithfulness, resilience, healing in this sense as well. This one is gort, this is ivy. It is growth, different kind of growth. Not growth as in you would grow corn or wheat, no. Ivy is wild. It clings on where it can, it twists, it gnarls. It is wild. And in this way, life in that sense, you are adapting and you are overcoming. You must give yourself more in the way of grace to this. So many would not be able to. Leash. Leash is Rowan. There is a blessing. The world of magic, the world of the other, the veil. It is opening to you in time. Oak, strength, resilience, and courage. Courage of the self. This is being given to you from another. I hope that helps. Rowan is one of my favorite trees. I love it. I don't know what my birth tree is, to be honest with you. I think it's something that I never saw. I think it's not holly, is
How
it?
do you look up your birth tree?
Google. Each tree is that of a calendar, you see, as a specific
Somebody
thing.
Google August 26th.
Don't tell people my birthday, you
Well, I didn't
blithering fool.
Say the year. You don't want people to wish you a birthday?
No,
Happy
I
birthday?
don't. I'm a witch.
Aw.
The one thing I don't want to give people being a human and a witch is my social security number and my birthday.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't say the year, so that's good.
Now, anyways, you're most welcome.
We never say our birthdays.
No, well, I don't. Yeah. Anyways, oh, is there anyone still on the YouTube?
There is.
Oh, Cat is making my foot sweat. He's incredibly warm.
You can sit on my feet.
No.
They're cold.
Don't sit on her feet. They smell.
They do not smell.
Go. Your mum's birthday. Oh, nice. Oh, the screen is doing something weird to my face. Now, where are we? Tracy, what do I need to know right now? Thank you, friend. You're welcome.
We didn't move you to, but
Well, I'm just about to do a bone reading, but all right. You are terrible with that thing.
oh shush. Yeah, but now your phone's on there.
I don't think people care that much. I'll be honest.
I do. There we go.
Right. There you are. Let's have a look. This bone's all right. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's just check with you. Good.
Did you see? So you're being out of your tree.
Oh, really? I didn't
Hazel.
say. It's hazel. I had a walking stick made of the best bit of hazel. It was almost gold. It was so shiny. Oh, it was nice. Anyway. Oh, that's good. I like hazel. My wand is made of hazel. something in the way of an opportunity. Big one at that. There is this in the way of determination. Something is pulling your attention to it. There are others here, family, friendship, a group. Anxiety is held within them but not felt by yourself. You are being called for something, but what? No, that is why. It is a repeating pattern of someone, not to be pulled into it any longer. Strength as forms of intuition, to sense a trap almost. Healing is a choice, the choice to choose yourself, even if you know that means death for another. To choose yourself, it is a matter of preservation. Happiness and success paramount to this. The past and fear can only be allowed to jeopardize this if you are to follow that thread, if you are to go in that circle again. There is a pain. It sits upon that in the way of control. Perhaps it may even block that with spirit lately. And yet, being a little bit selfish, choosing that which benefits you above others, can help you much more right now. There is a change coming. It is through passion and it is a wanted change. It will lead to something new, something in the capacities of teaching as well as learning. It seems to be later on, but nevertheless, I hope that helps. But that's all right there. Is that all right there now? I'm confused.
Well, take from the rowan, leave a piece of silver for a gift to the tree. Oh,
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I need some Rowan.
How do we get a reading, Dad?
Hey,
How do we get a reading, Dad?
I don't get readings. I give people them. What are you talking about? Can you bring me a can of Coke?
No, not until you drink your. Oh, you drank your water.
Yes, I'm very,
Ow.
very hot.
What an
You're most
angle.
welcome.
Oh, that really hurt my nose. Actually.
Thank you.
Hello.
Someone else loves my hat. You see?
They just want to impress you.
Well,
We
it
all
worked.
know the truth.
This is a faithful hat. I love it.
I'm a faithful lady.
You are, especially when I'm wearing this hat. Go and get my cue. Lily. Hello there, Lily. How does Brian feel about faith? There you are. Let's have a look. My Cash App name. It's in my link tree. Oh, what comes out here? The Two of Cups. There is promise of something. There is connection in some way, and yet there is also a fear. What is this fear? The Queen of Wheels is reversed. It is the fear that they may undo something that this person perhaps has worked towards. Why? What could they possibly undo? The Nine of Cups reversed. High. The Nine of Cups reversed is almost a form of temperance. Keeping your wits about you, looking into that which is a hidden meaning. Someone here sets their eyes upon another. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, it is forthright in the way of emotion, honesty, and yet honesty is a two-way street. How one may feel about you, perhaps you must say also what you expect and what you want from them. What is that you've got there?
Salad.
Yeah.
God.
I don't like green things.
No.
Judgment. There is a strange duality going on here. Almost as though this person is thinking the same, and yet this person, it feels that they have more to lose for following that form of feeling. I would ask them outright, but I would be prepared to have to answer difficult questions also. The person is more intuitive and sees and understands more than perhaps they let on. I hope that helps. Oh, that's awesome! I have a staff from Avalon. It's from Salisbury. Yeah, it's made of willow. It's got a lovely natural twist. Unfortunately, I couldn't take it with me. They wouldn't let me take it on the plane. I left it at home. But yes, it's called a larder.
What do you mean at home? What do you call this place you're living?
Temporary accommodation.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm joking.
Mm-hmm.
You, I meant in the form of my native home.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so sorry. Don't be jealous because someone's got culture.
Culture. God.
Yes, well, you know what I mean.
Carry on.
This chair. T Raven. T Raven, you're there on the YouTube. There you are. You. Sorry, I shouldn't point. Is that what we're calling it? Course. Yes. Yes, that's what we. Hazel is a beautiful wood, to be honest. It's very versatile. I often think of it as a wood of inspiration. Very creative. Anyways, it's all right. T Raven, what can I focus on to help with my mental health? General. Tarot cards, please. Certainly. 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 That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Tis a dapper hat. Thank you. See, everyone like the hat. They like the hat. My daughter makes me take it off when we go into a shop. My eldest one, the youngest one, thinks it's great. Mental health wise, do not retreat. Having days where you must look after yourself is fine, but do not linger within that place of safety, for you become accustomed to it. We live in an age where it is possible to live your whole life without leaving your front door almost, and yet it's not a good idea, is it? We can all agree on that, can't we? The world reversed in this way. Something is withheld. There is a fear of that which the world may hold. It's not just change. Perhaps something here that may have happened. Perhaps. something that may haunt you in some form. There is this in the way of interpretation, difficulty in moving forwards, difficulty in finding peace within that. The Chariot, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. This, the Chariot, not only is it things that may begin to speed up, it is the fear of chance, the fear of endless possibility. The King of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, however, taking each day as it comes, reminding yourself that it is okay to not feel strong enough to complete all tasks, to not have all the spoons at your disposal. In the forms of work, balance in all things. Retreating is good, but so is pushing yourself when you feel like you can, especially when it comes to doing things to make yourself feel better. That's hard. The Six of Wands and the Devil reversed. Triumph. And triumph over that which presents itself as a challenge, especially. I hope that helps.
You all right?
Sorry?
You all right?
Yes. Yes. There's a woman there dressed. There's a woman dressed in like lemon coloured. Not like you. Like,
I was gonna say like a woman.
no, like in
my
like
giant yellow onesie.
like a long thing with trousers. No, she has dark short hair, and she keeps saying Jackie.
Jackie, are you here?
Well, clearly she is, because I just told you she was. Now,
Readings are still open.
is that everyone on the YouTube? Because we could move it over and then play some banging tunes.
Is everyone done on
None
YouTube?
of these aren't banging tunes, of course.
Because we can't play whatever we want on YouTube.
Yeah, but we're restricted on YouTube. We get red cards and such.
Red cards. I think we have 3 strikes and we got 2 so far. Good night.
Good night, dear.
No.
Brush your teeth.
Give us the tunes. T Raven's still here.
It will be posted so you can rewatch it. Yes. What do you mean? They said that before they read. No, they said that before the reading, dear.
Okay, my bad. All right.
It will be. It will be there so you can rewatch. So don't worry about that.
T Raven said, "Thank you for that reading. It's been a lot as of late. I will look into what you've read."
You're most welcome.
All right. Say bye to YouTube.
Bye bye, YouTube.
From this point on, you can't rewatch your video on YouTube. You have to screen record.
Unless it's already been got.
Unless
and then
it's
you
already
can
been
watch
got.
it.
Yeah.
Don't panic.